There are approximately 2.5 million slum dwellers in about 200 informal settlements in Nairobi. This represents 60% of the city dwellers, occupying just 6% of the land. Mukuru slum is one of the informal settlements facing various challenges. This includes crime, poor sanitation, drug abuse, prostitution, among others. In this part of the planet, people in a certain age bracket are considered a nuisance.
When people see youth as a problem, it creates problems. Because the truth is, when you go to so many forums, when you hear people discussing challenges, they discuss lack of jobs, crime, and then they say youth. So youth is categorized as a problem.
Mukuru residents, in collaboration with society-based organizations, are using all means to make the community better. Promoting art is one of the major ways being used to combat crime and keep young people busy.
We put youth as problem solvers and not as just people who sit back and wait people to make decisions. So one way that we use it by making sure they are engaged and they create their own platforms themselves, because by that they'll see that whatever they're doing is something positive, and also getting to show that art is a powerful tool, because so many young people are talented, but if they don't have any way to be able to either to showcase or to find a platform where they can be able to progress with their art or talents, then you find them getting into crime and all manner of vices.
This is the story of Mukuru Awards as told by Nelson Monyere, who is the founder. He started the awards in 2013 to give the youth from Mukuru Kwaruben and other neighboring slums a platform.
Fine artist of the year. Male fine artist of the year in Ghana.
By that time, there were no activities happening in the community, and most of the activities that were happening mostly were by NGOs and organizations, maybe just simply for them for their programming. So art did not have a space in the community as much, and also young people did not organize their own activities. So that was one way to make sure that at least artists get a platform in the community to be able to showcase what they do in art, in sports, in initiatives. So that's one thing that inspired us in starting the awards.
Mukuru Award is simply transforming communities in terms of that platform is giving artists a space like to communicate to the public what needs to change. Like the theme for this year, it's about governance. Yeah. Like I don't know what comes in your mind when you talk about things around leadership and such kind of things. So you can imagine how artists are going to like bring out that picture through art in terms of having the right governance, the right leadership, and also like making our communities thrive in the right way, avoiding some of the things that happen wrongly, things like crime, poverty, talk of things like corruption, talk of things like social justice, not forgetting issues around equality. So it's a big story.
Every year, dozens of artists and organizations operating in the slums are nominated. Residents are given the opportunity to vote for the winners in various categories.
So what we do is we send it out to the people to nominate. Either if a nominee can either nominate themselves or any other person can nominate them. And then from that, the next thing we do is because we have our own committee. So the committee does the vetting. Looks at these people who have been nominated are really doing what they have been nominated for. And also sometimes, because sometimes it's not very easy to reach everyone, we also observe that there are people who are already doing something and maybe they are not part of the nominees. We are able to reach to them and get to ask them, will you want to be part of the Mukuru Awards? So it's by reaching directly to the nominees and also other people getting to nominate them. And then after that, we shortlist per category. Like this year, 2017, we have 26 categories. So we shortlist and then give it back to the people to vote for people who feel. But necessary, the nominees are already doing great things. So it's just that we can choose one over the other. So we let the people also get to choose the ones they feel that makes the most impact.
Local Youth Organization of the Year. Asanteni sana.
For a long time, youths have been blamed as being the cause of all sorts of evil in the shanties. But this narrative ignores their enormous entrepreneurial potential.
Okay, one thing that we really aim in achieving is making sure that artists and people doing great things get paid for what they do. So we are in the process of making sure that we organize events that are able to pay artists. We organize tournaments that are able to make sure that teams get the partnerships and needed support. So those are some of the things that we in the progress. And also one thing we want also to get into managing artists. So that's one of the things that we really want, because it's a very big gap in here. Not so many artists get to know how to engage with management, what to do as an artist, what are the steps. And also we want to offer mentorship, partnership with other big established artists, big organizations, to make sure that artists get a platform to be able to grow beyond what they are.
The Mukuru Awards founder has a dream which needs the support of other partners.
One thing is that for us, what we're working on is be able to engage more with the other partners, to be able to achieve more platforms where even youths can be paid. Because for us, we use art as a very powerful tool, and the only way we'll be able to make sure that youth get to earn from it, we don't have the amount, maybe the money to pay them, but we can create partnerships whereby maybe if we link a certain artist with a certain organization or individuals, they're able to earn from it and be able to earn their living. So that's one of the ways. So basically that's mostly what we do. And also linkages, because through platforms like Mukuru Awards, we get so many people who come, not necessarily around art and talents, but also getting to know if there is more opportunities for youth, how can they be able to engage.
It's a journey that has its challenges, but Munyere has enjoyed it. He has learned several lessons, and this has increased his tolerance.
One of the experiences is, first of all, it's not easy, because first of all of us are like age mates. Yeah, and then most of the time, they are like, okay, Nelmo ananiambia, or what are you trying? Also, it's a challenge, but one thing is that it's just like a family. Family, kuna ule kichwa ngumu, na kuna ule msofti, kuna ule mwenye anataka ngayana kwa kwanza kumaliza food kwa meza. So it's getting to learn those different dynamics. And also personally I can say I've learned ways of how to be able to respond to respond to challenges, and also to respond to people who are able to support you, and how to respond to people who don't support you. Because sometimes if somebody is against you, sometimes maybe it's just because they don't really get what you're doing. So reaching out to such people and sitting on one table and getting to get their views. Yeah, and also one of the challenges is that working with the youth is that every time also we have so many of them who, because furthermore, if we just sat and every year we do the awards and then we don't have interaction throughout the year, the only thing that makes us every year to do the awards, it's because we have youths every time coming to our office and saying, when are the awards, how can I get nominated? So you feel like if we stop doing it, then it means that we'll be putting so many youths at a disadvantage, because they'll not have that platform. Yeah.
The conflict between various players in the entertainment industry is not only affecting artists from the informal sector, the bickering is also common nationally and internationally.
People who do event who, let's say the promoters, the management teams, record labels and studios, the media and the artists get sit on one table and say, this is how we want to progress our industry. But I think when we see people fighting all over, the media, okay, the artists are fighting the media, we are not being played. This other side, it's the DJ, the artists want to get paid when the DJ they play their music. The other side, the artist, the media is paying corporate bodies to artists, but then the money doesn't get to artists. So it's all these players get to sit and have a very good way forward and to achieve story mob, to make sure tuna focus na kugrow industry. Yeah, and that's one thing that we're focusing as Mukuru Awards.
The artists are coming together to create a network and on the other hand be agents of change. Those who would like to work with these talented young people can now find them easily.
What we do is we focus on getting to encourage people to make a change in the community and appreciating what they're doing and getting them recognized in the community. Because we also in the process of making sure that we are able to link people who participate in the Mukuru Awards a chance to progress what they're doing, either by partnerships and kind of stuff. So that's what basically you do. So if a certain organization or a certain institution want to work with people, let's say from visual art, we already have that database and we know these are the people doing what this organization is doing. So we link directly.
We believe that change is not a one-day thing. It is something that will take some time, and we believe that a step at a time will actually be a step forward into times like in terms of like my driving change in society is concerned. And we believe that once our youth success at develop it with the right content, in the long run we'll be able to change the world, and that is our dream and that's the mission we are on.
Many tactics have been used to reduce crime in the informal settlements with little or no success. Many young people love art and with a little support, they can turn passion to pennies.
One thing that for us as Mukuru Awards, I think first of all you need people from outside to come and see what Mukuru has. That's the first thing. Because I know when people hear Mukuru, slums, all things that we have talked about, challenges in crime, people, that's what they think of. Yeah. So it's inviting people here to come and see the positive. You are here. You have not seen anyone coming to mug you or you get... Yeah. It's like even you can go to the community alone without needing a security. You'll go and do your job and no one will ask you. So that's how Mukuru is. So I want people to come and see that. And also something else, mostly for corporates. I know we have the biggest challenge for us is getting corporates to support our initiatives. So invite corporates to also come into this. We have had NGOs supporting us, but I think it's time also for corporates to come in and also catch. These are very big population to be able to sell their products and everything that they need. Yeah, so we welcome them even next year, a bigger platform. This is a very big, this is our biggest event this year. Yeah.
I am in the vicinity of Mukuru, specifically Mukuru kwa Ruben, and there are many Mukurus from Mukuru Kayafa and Mukuru kwa Jega. Well, slums have been one of the most places where many people have the notion of crimes taking place, insecurity, injustices. But well, I've witnessed a different picture of this place. I have been to the Mukuru Awards where I've spoken with Nelson Monyere, who is the founder of the awards. And people are very jovial, entertaining, and I've seen so much going on. Well, I cannot testify otherwise from the great and amazing, spectacular place around here. Reporting for KTS TV, I am Kahumbi Ndagwa in Mukuru kwa Ruben.